Hi, I'm Blake Antozik, and I'm going to be reading you a poem about the true meaning of life. The True Meaning of Life by Pat A. Fleming is about the meaning of life and what it's all about. What is the true meaning of life? So it's about kind of what goes on in life and how people go through it. And she kind of wrote something where it was kind of how life is, and it's not short and sweet, but kind of tells you what life really is about. The True Meaning of Life by Pat A. Fleming. The years have passed by, in the blink of an eye. Moments of sadness and joy have flown by. People I loved have come and gone, but the world never stopped and we all carried on. Life wasn't easy, and the struggles were there, filled with times that it mattered, times I just didn't care. I stood on my own, and I still found my way, though some nights filled with tears and the dawn of new days. And now with old age it became very clear, things I once found important were not why I was here. And how many things that I managed to buy were never what made me feel better inside. And the worries and fears that plagued me each day, and the end of it all would just fade away. But how much I reached out to others when needed would be the true measure of how I succeeded. And how I shared of my soul and my heart would ultimately be what set me apart. And what's really important, in my opinion of me, and whether or not I'm the best I can be. And how much kindness and love I can show before the Lord tells me it's my time to go. Why I selected this as my favorite poem is because, well, I was just looking through poems and trying to find one, and this one kind of caught my eye because that's kind of what the meaning of life is, and like that's kind of how my life is too, where things have gone, things or people have left my life, and life went on. And what else did she say? How things that you buy never make you feel better inside. It's the people that are there that really make you feel better. I first discovered this poem when I was just going through my computer looking for a poem for this project. What really captured my attention though is kind of how she explained what life is really about, how things go by so fast and you can't really enjoy them as much as you would like. Kind of how when she says life wasn't easy and the struggles were there, filled with times that it mattered, times I just didn't care. So struggles in life, you kind of go through life with a lot of struggles and stuff doesn't go your way. And but when struggles were there, they kind of taught you a lesson, even though it might have not been good, or it would be good, and kind of teach you how to get through that moment in your life. How many things that I managed to buy were never what made me feel better inside. So people always talk about this too, where materialistic things aren't really something that, you know, makes you feel better. And I agree with that. Materialistic things do not make you feel better. It's more the people that are in it, and how you kind of go through life with kind of like what you take out of life, and kind of more than just money and all the materialistic things. So this kind of gives you a sense of like imagery and kind of picturing what life was like and how life is, and that kind of really just shows, like, when you read this poem you could picture all this stuff, and like certain lines or stanzas in the poem will make you kind of think about stuff and think, oh, like where was I when this happened, or I can relate to that because this happened, or stuff like that. And I like this poem a lot because it kind of really brings attention to what life is really about, instead of just kind of worrying about materialistic things or things that don't go your way, and then you gotta like pick yourself back up. You can't just always stay down. And I would recommend this poem too, because it kind of really shows you what life is about and what's important to you, and it can make you think more about what life is about and help you kind of realize that if stuff isn't going too well, that stuff will always get better, and how certain issues or problems that happen in your life, they'll always get better. Thank you for listening, and I am Blake Antozak.